Right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Scanner Cop 2, 1995. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I like this one, although it's not the best out of the 5 of the series. I like number 3 the best, Scanners 3, The Takeover, which was my to last review. I'm trying to mix them up here, going down my list. Going down the pike, I've got Mercury Rising 1998, followed by Great Guns 1941, Tenement Game of Survival 1985. So I don't know how many of those I'm going to get through. I just took a 3-hour nap. And I don't know. I slept for 12 hours on Wednesday. So maybe I'll wake up early and check out some Karate Man recommendation for a change. Mercury Rising, 1998. We'll see how it goes. We'll play by ear here. I didn't have Legion of Mary door to door, so I just took a long nap. So it's looking promising this weekend. We'll try to pack them in here. Machine gun style. All right. Scanners the Showdown, also known as Scanner Cop 2, is a 1995 U.S. science fiction film directed by Steve Barnett. It is the sequel to Scanner Cop and the 5th film in the Scanner series. It's the last film in the Scanner series, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So the film series, according to Wikipedia, consists of Scanner Cop, Scanners 2, The New Order, Scanners 3, The Takeover, and Scanners the Showdown, which I'm reviewing now. So there are 5 total. Just to be clear with Adrian, he said, is there Scanners 4? Yeah, it's called Scanner Cop. I've already seen and reviewed that one. I think Adrian recommended it to me a while back, farther back than Scanners Cop 2. And so this is going to be another Adrian recommendation, although he recommended it to me without seeing it, which is kind of weird. But he did finally get around to watching it about a month ago, I guess. Here we go. Daniel Quinn returns as a psychic police officer who searches for a serial killer who targets other psychics. All right. Sam Stasiak, a Los Angeles police officer who happens to be a scanner person with extraordinary telepathic and telekinetic power, tracks a renegade scanner, Carl Volkin. So Sam Stasiak is played by Daniel Quinn, who was in the first Scanner Cop. And then we've got 6'3" Patrick Kilpatrick, who has appeared in over 200 films and television series. We've seen him in The Best of the Best, too. But he's also in Angel 4 Undercover. The Toxic Avenger, he plays Leroy. He's He's in the Replacement Killers, of course, which I've reviewed recently. So, quite a prolific actor, this Kilpatrick guy. And he comes across as a very convincing bad guy. Vulcan, a recent escapee of a mental hospital, is building his power by siphoning off the power of other weaker scanners. So here's a new one. He's able to suck the energy from scanners, sort of like a vampire. After Stasiak puts Vulcan in prison, as well as killing Vulcan's brother after they broke into a home, Vulcan swears to take the power out of Stasiak, as well as killing him in revenge. During an investigation into the deaths of a number of scanners, Stasiak realizes who is committing the atrocities, thanks to a sketch given to Stasiak by his friend Carrie Goodart, who's extremely good looking, by the way. A redhead who has just survived an attack by Vulcan. He uses his scanner power to get her to draw the picture of Vulcan while she's in the hospital in a coma. And he brings her out of the coma. Being a scanner herself, Godard was looking for Stasiak's mother, Rachel Stasiak, when Vulcan broke into the institute where she was working, which provoked her to try scanning him. Unfortunately, it was a futile effort, as she took ephemeral regularly, a drug created in the 1940s to ease pregnancy pain and discomfort. Its main side effect, however, was that it created scanners. Scanners could take the drug as a suppressant, which would prevent a scanner from going insane, while also dampening their power. So all this is new to me. How come I didn't pick up any of this in the previous scanner movies? It's like they just completely changed it, sort of like the Acolyte Disney Plus woke garbage, which I refuse to watch. Vulcan scanned her in retaliation, forcing her to end her own scan. He uses his powers to connect with the institution's computer to look up the location of any known scanners in the area. While hunting scanners, Vulcan decides to kill Stasiak's mother, knowing it would cause Stasiak a great deal of psychological pain. Well, he's never met his mother, I guess, so he just shows up to see her dead on the floor. However, before he could, she jumps off her porch, ending her own life. So she commits suicide rather than having the power sucked out of her. I'm not sure that what good that'll do in the end, because I think he's got enough power to kill Stasiak, regardless of whether he sucks the energy from Stasiak's mother. I think he's just doing it to set up the final duel. Upon hearing the news of his mother's death, however, Stasiak is devastated, and he decides to take on Vulcan once and for all. Wow. He's got a sudden affinity towards his mother, so he's going to take care of this guy, but he has to use trickery. And more stuff. We learn more stuff at the end that I didn't know about scanners from watching the previous 4 movies. Again, so this is like the 3rd time they're surprising us with new scanner stuff. Oh, so Karate Man is in the chat room. He's here to change this. He wants to talk about USA, Action USA. And I'm almost done with the scanner series here. I haven't quite made it down the Wikipedia page, though. Yeah. Karate Man is Mr. Off topic. I think he's getting irritated that I'm reviewing Adrian's stuff because Adrian's more into horror science fiction. Although the Omega Doom that I recommended was actually something of something that I picked on my own. I don't know how it got on my Netflix queue. I have no idea. Maybe I was interested in Rutger Hauer. I don't know. All right. So Karate Man says, I love how in Action USA, the main villains played by Hoke Howell and Ross. Oh, he wants me to go back to my Action USA review. he's still stuck on his recommendation from a couple years ago. Okay, here we go. Main villains played by Hoke Howell and Ross Hagen talk about where would we be without our mums. I guess that's why we do the. I guess that's why we go to Legion of Mary meetings. We do it for our mums. All right. You rarely see bad guys in action movies even mention about that hilarious dialogue. I thought it was dumb dialogue. I don't know. I don't know how you could say it's hilarious. Maybe campy or dumb is a better description. All right. So Karate Man went off topic. I have no problem reviewing Adrian's recommendation. At least get turns. Yeah, I'm taking turns. My next one's going to be a Karate Man recommendation. It's going to be Mercury Rising from 1998, which I probably have to pay for. I'm kind of irritated. At least Adrian's recommendations are on YouTube and Tubi, for crying out loud. All right. But the weird thing is that Toyota Financial Services said that they received my check on the email on June 18th, but I don't see any record of the money coming out of my bank account. So they give me credit for paying. I sent them a check, but they didn't take the money out, which is kind of nice, actually. I don't know if I'm going to get a surprise later or they're just going to let it slide. But it's nice that I have a good chunk of money in my checking account. My Robinhood is down to about $300. Oh, it's pathetic. It's embarrassing. It's criminal. The film was released on VHS by Republic Pictures in May 1995. We're going back to Scanners 3 now. DVD has been released in Canada with its predecessor. The film, along with its predecessor, we're talking about Scanner Cop, was released on 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome in a double feature set on May 28th, 2021. Release date May 16th, 1995. 95 minutes running time, although it was only 90 minutes on YouTube. The ending was great. I love this flick, but I didn't love it as much as Scanners 3, The Takeover. TV Guide rated the film 2 out of 5 stars and called it entertaining exploitation fare, though the review criticized the emphasis put on gory special effects. That's the reason to watch on this thing. You've got a ton of bubbling head, bubbling neck type of type of things when he's draining the other scanners, and then they turn into skeletons like burnt bodies or something. I don't know. It looks funny. but it's a rather long scene. The scanner drain scenes are rather long. Writing for Bloody Disgusting, Daniel Baldwin wrote that it's not as good as Scanner Cop, but it's entertaining for its gore and performances. I tend to agree with that. Leonard Maltin's capsule review calls it an effective, entertaining sequel. Wow. And there's a review on Cinema Fantique, volumes 27, number 2, page 60 from November 1995. We're talking about this Cinefantastique magazine from the 90s. It originally started as a mimeograph fanzine in 1967, then relaunched as a glossy offset printed quarterly in 1970. It competed with Famous Monsters of Filmland. My stepdad used to collect Famous Monsters of Filmland. And the Monster Times, due to its slick paper stock and use of full-color interior film stills. Cinefantastique's articles and reviews emphasized an intelligent, near-scholarly approach, a then unusual slant for such a genre-specific magazine. Advertisements for few, consisting mostly of other titles and materials by the publisher. So I didn't even know about Cinefantastique. I just knew about Famous Monsters of Filmland. You learned something new every day, but it would be nice to have collections of both. What's the other one they mentioned? I haven't heard of the Monster Times either. I guess it would be nice to have all three in your collection. The only magazine I have is Cinema Sewer. All right. So this is a straight to video. It gets a 5.2 out of 10 on IMDb. Kind of middle of the road rating. 1,200. So it's somewhat popular. It's not obscure for sure by our standards on this channel. It's a horror sci-fi, 1 hour 35 minutes, although the YouTube versions are 1 hour 30 minutes. Unless you go to the funky subtitle ones, that's an hour 35 minutes, but I didn't watch it because it was only 5 minutes difference. I didn't care. I thought it was suitable, correct, whatever. It gets an R rating. A demonic scanner terrorizes Los Angeles, and the only person who can stop him may not have the neurons for the job. You've got Daniel Quinn from the first Scanner Cop, Patrick Kilpatrick from Best of the Best 2 and Replacement Killers is in this. He plays the bad guy. Maybe Karate Man will watch it. Well, again, maybe not. Okay, as of 2021, this is the final Scanners film, edited from Scanner Cop, 1994. So it did have some scenes from Scanner Cop, the original one, which is the better of the two. More like this. You've got Scanner Cop, Scanners 2, The New Order, Scanners 3, The Takeover, and Creature. Don't know much about Creature. That looks interesting. You've also got Don't Open Until Christmas, Siege. also known as Self-Defense, The Invisible Maniac, and The Sect. You've also got The Boogeyman, Demon Wind, Scanners, and Mosquito. All right, enough of the more like this. I'll go on all night. A scanner cop tracks a renegade scanner who is building his power by siphoning the power of other weaker scanners. For those who have not yet seen any of the Scanner series, the scanner is a mind controller. I thought they just used their mind to explode people's heads. There's one head explosion in this one. A very nice looking one, by the way. Okay. Wizard 8 reviews this on IMDb. The review is dated July 13th, 2013, and it goes as follows. Disappointing final entry so far in this series. Yeah, it was a little disappointing. Not one of the better ones. I enjoy Scanners 2 and Scanners 3, which I thought had effective spins on the original Scanners movie. Recently, I saw Scanner Cop, and I enjoyed that as well. So I eagerly rented Scanner Cop 2 when I found it at my local video store. Unfortunately, this entry in the series, while not really awful, is disappointing all the same. I will admit that the movie never has a boring moment, and it boasts some good makeup effects and other gory moments. Despite this, the movie comes across as quite cheap at times, with shabby sets or locations that look like they were shot in abandoned warehouses. We like movies with abandoned warehouses. What's wrong with that? I'm surprised that Karate Man doesn't get more into this kind of stuff, because it's got his favorite actor in it. There is a subplot involving the hero's long-lost mother that seems awkwardly tacked on. Yeah, it was kind of awkward that he was so worried about his mother after he had never seen her all that time. That's what I didn't get. Oh. Now the internet is playing tricks on me. And I have to go back to the review that I was reading because this is not good. You know what? I'm just going to pull it up here. Scanner Cop 2. I must reload. So the all right, we said straight to video. I'm going with that. Scanner Cop had a great beginning. I'll never forget it. All right, we were talking about Patrick Kilpatrick, and I got sidetracked here. Well, IMDb's not working. Kaboom! Favorite scene in Action USA? I think I like the bar scene. I said, I was like, it reminded me of that 1981 38 special video, which has a very comely actress in it, by the way. Blondie. I just added one of her 2015 movies to my list. How does the house explode like that? And just because the car runs right through the house? Well, wait a second. That's Action USA logic. Yeah, I've seen that criticism from another reviewer. Um, I'm not sure which scene you're referring to, the beginning or the end of the movie, but I think there are actually two scenes like that. Whoa, I just looked at the cast for Scanner Cop movies. Gary Hudson, Mark Rolston, Cindy Pass, Richard Lynch, Leo Lee, Christopher Creasy, Patrick Kilpatrick, Brian James, and Robert Forster. I may need to check them out. I've heard of Scanner Cop movies, not seen them. Hell of a cast. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's supposed to be sci-fi horror, but it's more like along Karate Man's lines, because the whole thing is centers around cop action. I guess it's kind of a mix between horror, sci-fi, and cop action. It's kind of cool. I don't know. I guess Karate Man will check out those movies first before checking out Omega Doom, which is another movie that he would like. I don't know why he doesn't watch these movies. It boggles the mind. He only picks the ones that he likes. And he never mentions any of the ones that Adrian and I like. Well, sometimes he does. Adrian mentioned They Live the other day. And I can't seem to pull up that other user review. Let's try this. Scanner Cop 2 IMDb user reviews. If I just do reviews Scanner Cop 2, it will show me all 17 reviews on here. Voila! Okay, here we go. Scroll down a little bit. This is Wizard 8 review from July 14, 2013. So the awkward subplot is hardly worked on for the most part. The biggest problem is that much of the movie seems to be repeating itself, with the villain doing the same things over and over. Well, he's trying to get more power to kill this Scanner Cop who killed his brother during some kind of holdup. If you've seen the other entries in the series, you might as well watch this, but definitely keep your expectations low. I think that's what Adrian was doing by waiting until last month to get around to watching this after he had already recommended it. Yeah, I love that movie too. It's decent. It's got a lot of nudity in the beginning, and the actress doesn't wear a bra throughout the whole movie. This could have been Action USA back in the day and bring back Gregory Scott Cummins, and the FBI partner. Oh, I guess you're talking about the Danny Glover ripoff. Danny Glover. he tries his best to imitate Danny Glover. He's trying to do his Lethal Weapon routine. The black dude in Action USA. Sequel should have happened. Yeah, that would have been nice. I like the William Smith character. He's kind of hiding in the shadows, and he's kind of older in this one. Oh, he's got that raspy cigarette voice, and he makes kind of a plot twist ending at the end. I thought that was cool. He's kind of hiding in the shadows throughout the movie, and then he just appears out of nowhere, and that's the end. All right, so I guess I'll check out. I'll cook my steak while I'm watching Mercury Rising. I don't know if I'll finish by tomorrow morning when I have to pick up my son early. And when one of the bad guys falls from the tall building after Scott Cummings punches him through the window. All right. I don't remember that part, but Karate Man has impeccable memory. All right. Well, nice chatting with you, Karate Man. Maybe I'll see you in about 9 hours if I can wake up early. You're so lucky now. A-hole. Cool one-liner. I didn't like the one-liners. I thought they were corny and awkward. But Karate Man seems to enjoy the corny and awkward. So we'll just leave it at that. Laters.